and welcome to round 12 of Formula 1 2018 Championship. This is your host Naresh from Autocars India, bringing you live commentary and live timings for Hungarian Grand Prix. Round number 12, equally poised and nicely poised this Grand Prix weekend. Every driver from at least top 6 would like to leave for the summer break on a happy note. Here we are, Hungary 2018 Championship, Formula 1, all together for this round 12 before all the teams break for summer. This is Hungary, founded 1896, 896 before France, Germany or England. In 1873, three separate cities, Pest, Buda and Obuda, were combined to make Budapest. Nicknamed City of Baths, Budapest boasts around 450 public spas and bathhouses. The world's largest geothermal cave system can be found underneath Budapest. What else you require in a city like Hungary? When you talk about this particular circuit, 33rd Formula 1 World Championship Grand Prix in Hungary, 1986 Hungarian Grand Prix was the first Formula 1 race to take place behind the Iron Curtain. The winner of Hungarian Grand Prix has never won the World Championship in the same year since 2004. 4.381 kilometer track, top speed 330 plus, average speed 207 kilometer per hour, 14 turns, 1 minute 19.071. Track record, Michael Schumacher. Turn 1, action zone, Michael Schumacher, Rubens Barrichello. Also 1986 PK versus Senna for championship fight at Hungary. Who will forget turn 12, 2011 Hamilton versus Webber duel at Hungary. All or nothing for Sebastian Vettel here. Race tires, medium soft, ultra soft, 4 of 5 lateral G-force, downforce 4 of 5, wet weather, wet and intermediate tires are available. It's going to be a tough ask. Starting grid, pole position, Lewis Hamilton starting alongside, Valtteri Bottas in second position, second row locked by Ferraris, Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. Carlos Sainz, one of the best positions, starting 5th alongside with him, Pierre Gasly. Max Verstappen starting 7th alongside Brendan Hartle's sister team, Toro Rosso. Kevin Magnussen, Haas and teammate Roman Grosjean starting 9th and 10th. Fernando Alonso starts alongside Daniel Ricardo. Nico Hülkenberg starting 13th alongside with him, Marcus Ericsson of Sauber. 15th, Stoffel Van Dorn starts alongside Charles Leclerc for Sauber in 16th. Esteban Ocon starting 7th alongside with his teammate Sergio Perez in 18th position. Sergei Sirotkin 19th starting alongside Lance Stroll. Last two positions on the track. Lance Stroll had to start from back due to his wing change yesterday after he had a shunt on the barriers. Pierre Gasly, one of the best starts in Formula 1 for him. Also for Carlos Sainz. We are all set for a thrilling weekend here in Hungary. We expect the conditions to be dry, air temperature in highs 34.2 degrees Celsius, track temperature 57 degrees Celsius, humidity 33.7 degrees Celsius percentage. We all are ready for some great action here. 70 laps to go for this race as the tire blankets come out from the Ferraris and other cars. Tire choices ultra soft and medium. All drivers are free to take the tire choices due to wet weather qualifying in Q2. We are all set for some great action in lap 1 right at the word go as there is a long distance between start finish line and the turn 1. Very interestingly, different strategies for Ferrari. Ultra soft and soft tires, yellow and pink for Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen. Split strategies. As the formation lap starts off for the cars. Very interesting to see what drivers do here today. Sebastian Vettel and Carlos Sainz opting for soft tires, whereas Fernando Alonso, Ricardo, Hülkenberg back in the field also opting for soft tires. Driver points, Hamilton leading driver championship with 188 points. Following him is Sebastian Vettel 171, Raikkonen 131, Bottas 122, Ricardo and Verstappen evenly matched, 1 point difference. Hülkenberg in 7th, Alonso 8th, Magnussen 9th and Perez in 10th position for the driver championship. As the formation lap is coming to an end, drivers trying to get as much temperatures as possible in their tires. Only 5 of the previous 13 races in Hungary have been won from the pole position. So will Lewis Hamilton make it 6? We will see very shortly as the action in first corner is up for offing. Mercedes leading in Constructor Championship, 310 points. By 8 points to Ferrari in second, 302. Red Bull Racing 211 points in third position. As Lewis Hamilton and Bottas bringing their car to the boxes on the start finish line. All the drivers are following in their cars and waiting for all the cars to be stationary on their boxes. And Lance Stroll starting from the pit lane as he parks his car at the end of the pit lane. As we are all ready for the action to go, the green flag is waved by the steward. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights on and they go off, and we have the starting of Hungarian Grand Prix. Good start for Lewis Hamilton, clean start, he blocks it, and Sebastian Vettel has a good start too. Both the Ferraris already behind both the Mercedes car, and Red Bull already making a move with Max Verstappen picking up the position over there. Both the Ferraris behind both the Mercedes, very clear. Here Sebastian Vettel is trying to gain the position, and probably Sebastian Vettel has overtaken his teammate Kimi Raikkonen right at the lap 1. He is behind Valtteri Bottas. Kimi Raikkonen, however, is not leaving a chance as he is piling the pressure on Sebastian Vettel. Elsewhere it is a clean start for all the cars. Max Verstappen in 5th position, Pierre Gasly in 6th position. Sainz has lost out, he's gone to 8th position here. Raikkonen was caught napping by Sebastian Vettel and he makes a move immediately on Kimi Raikkonen. So Lewis Hamilton leads after lap 1 here. Interesting to see where Ricardo is after the lap 1 is just about to get over. Daniel Ricciardo is in 16th position. So Lewis Hamilton had a clean start. Bottas behind him. Ferraris were swapping the position. They managed to swap the position there. Fernando Alonso He is in 11th position itself. So big gainer is Nico Hülkenberg, 3 places up. Sainz is the loser, 3 places down. Esteban Ocon and Perez in Force India also gained 3 points, 3 positions there. Clean start for all the drivers there. Lewis Hamilton is in control of this race. Second lap on, and this tire will be all about managing the tires if they want to have one-stop strategy here. In the meantime, Charles Leclerc is already out of the race. Interesting to see what happened with Charles Leclerc there. He's out of the race. Alonso is on the pressure from Roman Grosjean. So very good start for Sebastian Vettel as he nearly got his car side by side to Valtteri Bottas in the first corner. Carlos Sainz in the meantime didn't had a very good run. It's almost there was a touch from Sebastian Vettel, and Max also touched front right wheel of Carlos Sainz, and Ericsson had a moment with Marcus Ericsson. He had a moment with one of the Haas. Elsewhere also Ricardo also had a touch from one of the cars, but he manages to keep the car on the track. So Leclerc got sandwiched between both the Force Indias, and in the bargain Leclerc is out of the race. In the meantime, Lewis Hamilton sets up the fastest lap of the race. This is definitely the early stages of this race. There is a healthy gap between Hamilton and Bottas, 2.8 seconds. Sainz, who started 5th, has dropped down to 8th position. Ricardo has moved up to now 14th position, and he's making progress on Stoffel Van Dorn. He has to do it quickly, Daniel Ricciardo, if he wants to have any chance of coming to a respectable position here. As Daniel Ricciardo goes closer to McLaren and makes a move outside, not able to stick the move. Didn't quite manage to do it, Daniel Ricciardo, this time around. Verstappen in 5th position, looking to be very lonely over there. A decent gap between top 6 cars with about 1.5 to 2 seconds between them. And this time around, Ricardo makes another move, late braking, manages to overtake Stoffel Van Dam, goes to 13th position. Verstappen saying no power. Problems have increased for Max Verstappen. He's slowed down from 5th position, losing out power. Looks like game over for Max Verstappen car here. And he parks the car. So Dutch fans will be disappointed as Max Verstappen bowed out right in the beginning, 6th lap. So it's a virtual safety car. Drivers must decrease the speed by 40% of the full lap speed. Suddenly starts losing the power, Max Verstappen, and then team told him to just park the car. So bad timings for Red Bull. So this is his 4th non-finish of the year for Max Verstappen. In the meantime, Daniel Ricardo, now he is behind Fernando Alonso. Track is clear, lap 7 of 70. Lewis Hamilton leading the race. DRS has been enabled once again. Daniel Ricardo this time around trying to fight Fernando Alonso for 11th position. Gets the car side by side. Will he be able to do it? Let's see. Daniel Ricardo, no, he cannot. He is fighting with Fernando Alonso, who is not going to make it easy for him. Alonso holds his position just ahead of Daniel Ricardo. So Fernando Alonso holds his 11th position. Daniel Ricardo, his DRS being opened. Once again, he will try to make a move on Fernando Alonso. This time around, he makes the late braking, makes it stick. Fernando Alonso trying to come back, but no, the power of And he does it. He is side by side of Daniel Ricardo. But it's a matter of time. The power of Renault is on the Red Bull chassis is definitely better than what they have on McLaren. And he's clearly away, Daniel Ricardo. Gets to 11th position. Also, it's very interesting to see that Daniel Ricardo and Ferrari of Vettel, they are on soft tires, so they need not come to the pits sooner than both the Mercedes. That will be very interesting how they will shape up the Grand Prix here. Lap 10 of 70 and Lewis Hamilton is comfortably leading the Hungarian Grand Prix. 4.3 second gap between him and his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Vettel further 1.8 second gap and Raikkonen 1.3 second gap in fourth position. Pierre Gasly 8.5 second gap in Toro Rosso. Behind him is Kevin Magnussen, further 6 second gap. Sainz down 3 seconds further. Hartley, Hülkenberg and Grosjean completing the top 10 in lap 10 of 70 in this Hungarian Grand Prix. The last Grand Prix before the summer break, a very much awaited summer break. 5 Grand Prix in 6 weekends. Very, very hectic for all the teams and drivers. This time around, the Ricardo makes a move inside of Roman Grosjean Haas and overtakes. So Ricardo goes to 10th position. So it's a clean move by Daniel Ricardo.
We need a bit more of brake management, Kimi, and sorry for the drink.
Is the drink, is it on now? Okay, I'm not...
Virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. Deploy, stay out, stay out.
Box on.
Stay out, stay out, stay out. Slow button on. And
Is it on or not? The drink?
no, Kimi,
No.
no, you will not have the...
No, it's a switch on or not?
You mean the slow button?
No, is my drinking, is it emptying the bottle or not?
No, Kimi, no. You will not have the drink.
Very interesting conversation between Kimi Raikkonen and his team regarding his drink bottle, whether he's able to drain it or no. But not a clear conversation whatsoever. We continue with our race. Lap 12 is on. Hamilton leading, Bottas second, Vettel in third position, Raikkonen fourth, Gasly fifth, Magnussen sixth, Sainz seventh, Hartley eighth, Ricardo ninth, Hülkenberg in 10th, Roman Grosjean in 11th position, Alonso, Van Dorn, both the McLarens 12th and 13th, Ocon 14th, Perez 15th, Sirotkin and Stroll in 16th, 17th, Marcus Ericsson is last in 18th position. Verstappen and Charles Leclerc already out of the race. Ricardo is gaining on Hülkenberg. Next, he's very close to Hülkenberg, back on the tail of Hülkenberg, and he should be overtaking him very soon here. Daniel Ricardo, as he comes around start-finish straight, DRS open, gets all the power and skills of Daniel Ricardo and Renault engine, and the chassis of Red Bull makes it very clean. No fight whatsoever, and Daniel Ricardo finds himself in 9th position. Next up, Brendan Hartley. It should be pretty soon, as Brendan Hartley and Carlos Sainz are not much ahead of Daniel Ricardo. So Ricardo is on the back of Brendan Hartley, his sister team, and makes it very straightforward and simple. Brendan Hartley. Not a huge test from the sister team, Brendan Hartley, and makes the move clean. Daniel Ricardo goes to 8th position. Next up will be Carlos Sainz of Renault. He's catching up these guys quite fast. Presently, Carlos Sainz is running in 7th position. Daniel Ricardo has moved to 8th position from 16th position. In the meantime, Ferrari is getting ready for the pit stop, and who is this time? It is Kimi Räikkönen from 4th position, and he switches over to soft tires. Bit slow pit stop for Kimi Räikkönen. Sainz is in the last corner. Haas has already passed. Looks like Sainz, he comes out in front of Carlos Sainz. So Kimi Räikkönen comes in 6th position after the pit stop. Soft tires on. So this will trigger the pit stops for probably Mercedes has to think over here, especially for Valtteri Bottas, as they could pass them in the pits. It was a bit slow pit stop for Kimi Räikkönen, but he should push now for another 1 or 2 laps to have a go at Valtteri Bottas. Remember, Vettel is on the soft tire, so he will have a longer stint on these tires. Also for Daniel Ricciardo, who is in 8th position, and he is right behind Carlos Sainz now. So Mercedes has reacted. Valtteri Bottas, they bring him in. Let's see where Bottas comes out from the pits. It will be very interesting, but a good pit stop for Valtteri Bottas by his team. Fastest lap by Lewis Hamilton, and he comes out comfortably. Lewis Hamilton is far behind. He joins back in 4th position, Valtteri Bottas. In the meantime, Daniel Ricciardo right behind the tail of, and he makes a move, Carlos Sainz, on first corner. Let's see whether he'll be able to stick it. Yes, he does. Good job, Daniel Ricciardo. Goes to 7th position. Next up will be Räikkönen, which will be now tough to overtake, as Räikkönen is on fresher set of tires. So it was a clean move by Daniel Ricardo. Pierre Gasly, in the meantime, he is finding himself in third place for Toro Rosso. Of course, he has to make the pit stop, but it must be a good feeling of Pierre Gasly in him. This time around, Kimi Räikkönen behind the Haas car makes a move and sticks it. Sensibly for Kimi Räikkönen. Goes to 5th position behind Valtteri Bottas. He has to make a charge on Valtteri Bottas now. Fastest lap by Daniel Ricciardo. Very good for Daniel Ricciardo. Now he is going to chase down Kevin Magnussen. In the meantime, Lewis Hamilton. It will be interesting to say when he will make a pit stop. Lewis Hamilton leading Hungarian Grand Prix, lap 18 of 70. Interesting to see when he will make the pit stop on this ultra soft tires. He has 8.7 minutes, 8.7 second gap between him and Vettel. In the meantime, Bottas just passed Pierre Gasly for third position. He did not waste any time over there, which was crucial for Valtteri Bottas. Kimi Räikkönen sets up the fastest lap of the race in the meantime. Very interesting for Lewis Hamilton that his tires are not falling apart. He looks still good in his ultra soft tires, and performance is almost matching with his teammate Valtteri Bottas, who is on fresher rubber. Daniel Ricciardo, who is making up good places. Lap number 19, Lewis Hamilton leads comfortably. He still have to make the pit stop. Remember, Hamilton and Vettel. Vettel is on soft tires, so he will definitely go longer. However, Lewis Hamilton, longer he stays on these tires, it is going to be good for him. And this time around, down the inside from Ricardo makes a move on Haskar, but cannot overtake her, but he's not leaving it there. He goes around once again from outside, and he's just going on and on in these short straights, and he makes a move straight finally. Ricardo overtakes Kevin Magnussen, goes to 6th position here. It was a nice move by Ricardo. Also, Sebastian Vettel, it will be very, very important to see how he manages the tire. The soft tires are 21 laps old and he's managing them well. However, Lewis Hamilton is definitely in an advantage here because he's already have 23 laps on these hyper soft tires, ultra soft tires, and they are doing good over there. In the meantime, team has told Vettel to switch to plan C. That means plan A and B are not working. So that is important to see. Will there be another plan D for Ferrari over there? Let's hear Sebastian Vettel.
We are on plan C. Plan C.
Lewis Hamilton.
And Lewis is just going to keep extending whilst we're seeing these lap times. Just keep it up.
They are happy with the lap timings. Ricardo.
Remember that mode if you need it. We can see you being sensible, but it is there to use it if you need it.
Back to the race. In the meantime, Hülkenberg arrives in the pit lane for his pit stop. Nico Hülkenberg. He's in 13th position now. Let's see where he comes out after the pit stops. He comes out Nico Hülkenberg in 14th position, just ahead of the Williams of Sirotkin and Stroll. Good show for McLaren, fairly good as they are in 11th and 12th position after lap 25. With Verstappen and Charles Leclerc already out of the race. Lewis Hamilton is leading the race comfortably. He started on the pole and maintaining it. As Lewis Hamilton is giving the information to the team that these tires are not going to last very, very long. In the meantime, Sebastian Vettel, he makes the pit stop. It's very interesting that Lewis Hamilton has also come to the pits. As he just comes out, Lewis Hamilton, and he joins in 2nd position. Lewis Hamilton. Vettel leads the race now. So Sebastian Vettel is ahead of Lewis Hamilton, 13-second gap. Now Sebastian Vettel has to make this gap more and more if he wants to have the lead of this Grand Prix, which is pretty tough, but let's see how it goes. Bottas is in 3rd position. Raikkonen in 4th. He's just having 3.3 second gap between him and Valtteri Bottas. Gasly presently running in 5th position there. Battle for the midfield pack is on as Pierre Gasly will soon be getting caught by Daniel Ricardo, as Ricardo is on his tail now. And then Daniel Ricardo comes into the main league of top 5 cars as Verstappen is already out. Gasly is being told by the team he's doing a good job, and which is indeed a good job for Toro Rosso as they are keeping ahead of their sister team Red Bull. As this time around, Daniel Ricardo comes around, makes it clean, no challenge whatsoever from Pierre Gasly. 5th position for Daniel Ricardo. Daniel Ricardo, he's on the soft tires, he started on soft tires, so he doesn't need to make the pit stop any time sooner. So he and Sebastian Vettel, they both are on soft tires. Sebastian Vettel now leading the race due to his tires. Lewis Hamilton made the pit stop 3 laps before. He is in 2nd position. 12.5 seconds gap between him and Sebastian Vettel. Fastest lap set by Lewis Hamilton. It'll be interesting to see if Sebastian Vettel can do another 10 to 15 laps on this tire. Then surely they are on for one stop race here. Raikkonen having a gap of 3.1 seconds between him and Bottas. Ricardo, who has climbed 7 places, he's in 5th position. Bottas and Raikkonen. The gap is coming down constantly. It's 2.2 seconds. Sebastian Vettel is nicely tucked up in the car and he's leading this Grand Prix. So Sebastian Vettel, he will try to extend to lap 50. If he can do that, then definitely it will be advantage for Sebastian Vettel, as he's definitely having good timing, good gap between him and Lewis Hamilton, 14.5 seconds. After Lewis Hamilton has come on ultra soft tires, gap has increased from 12.5 to 14.5 seconds. As Alonso and Van Dorn has gone to 8th and 9th position. These tires are really holding up good for Sebastian Vettel's Ferrari car, as Kimi Raikkonen is inching closer to his fellow countryman Valtteri Bottas. Fight for third position on the grid, and this will looking for a great fight there, as both the Finns are by nature cool and calm, but they are going to be coming together, both of them, and we expect some action there. And 5 seconds behind them is Daniel Ricardo. We are getting a triple fight over there for last step on the podium. Kevin Magnussen in the meantime joins back after the pit stop in 9th position. Kevin Magnussen, front left was stuck, so he took a bit of a long time. Bit unfortunate for Kevin Magnussen. Now the traffic will start coming for the leaders, as Bottas makes it clear as he overtakes one of the Saubers, and Raikkonen also doesn't get much of a challenge as he continues his chase to Valtteri Bottas. fight between Kimi Räikkönen and Valtteri Bottas goes on as they are lapping the cars. This time around, Lance Stroll, he was lapped by Valtteri Bottas and equally done clearly by Kimi Räikkönen. So fight is on. Vettel and Hamilton, in the meantime, the gap between them is 13.5 seconds, which is constant over there in this range there. Bottas is further 11.5 seconds down. Battle for third is on as Ricardo is also inching closer to both the pins. Situation at the halfway distance, Sebastian Vettel leads Hungarian Grand Prix. Following him is Hamilton, 13-second gap. Then Bottas, Mercedes, third position. Raikkonen, fourth. Ricardo, fifth. Pierre Gasly, sixth position. Both the McLaren, 7 and 8. They still have to make a pit stop. Remember, Magnussen in 9th. Esteban Ocon completing the top 10 here. As Vettel comes behind Carlos Sainz to lap his car, they have to get out the way of the race leader. Blue flags are waving for him, Carlos Sainz, as he himself is in fight with Esteban Ocon for 10th position. As the blue flags are on, as Carlos Sainz makes a clear way. Vettel and Hamilton, the gap has come down to 10.2 seconds. However, they are in the traffic, so this may not be the right comparison between him and Lewis Hamilton. Nevertheless, it makes a huge difference as the gap further is coming down. lap a second to Lewis Hamilton. Probably he might like to switch over to two-stop strategy. But this is the best bet for Ferrari, as if they want to win the race, they need to extend his stint on these tires, and then Vettel comes for last 25 to 30 laps on ultra soft tires.
Voices in my head, know me, call me, I will be restless, somehow they chose me, this is my nightlife, wanna be high life, I feel so reckless, calling them all night. I shouldn't have, with the people I shouldn't know. I might as well have still on that. It's the only thing that I fucking do like happy on the outside, weary inside, smiling depression. They think I'm alright. It's the freedom I shouldn't have, with the people I shouldn't know. I might as well have still on that. It's the only thing that I
So as we go to lap number 46 of 70, Vettel had to finally make the pit stop and he joined back in third position. Definitely this is game on for Sebastian Vettel as he will like to surely have a go at Valtteri Bottas. He is still ahead of Kimi Räikkönen though. So it is interesting to see how the strategy Vettel was trying to play alongside with his team did not materialize. Ricardo, after having his fresh tires, goes fastest lap of the race. Pierre Gasly holding on to 6th position, nice and clean there. It's a bit of unluck which is going on for Ferrari, where Sergio Marchionne, he passed away a few days back, and what Sebastian Vettel did in German Grand Prix, where from pole he was leading and because of rain he lost out the Grand Prix altogether, and also yesterday they somehow lost out in the qualifying as they were clearly the front runners and tipped for the pole position there. However, it will be a big ask for Sebastian Vettel to hold on with these tires and try to make a move later on in the race. Roman Grosjean, he is presently in 11th position. Gone wide, last lap. Pierre Gasly is driving a strong race there. He's in P6. Lewis Hamilton having a decent gap between him and Valtteri Bottas, 10.5 seconds. Vettel is 2 seconds further down. Kimi Räikkönen is about 11 seconds down on Valtteri Bottas. Kimi Räikkönen had made the second pit stop for used soft tires, so that should take him to the end of the race. Two stop strategy on for Kimi Räikkönen. Lewis Hamilton leading Hungarian Grand Prix here. So far so good for Lewis Hamilton. He's completed 24 laps on these set of tires. It'll be interesting to see if Lewis Hamilton decides to go for two-stop strategy or he will extend on these set of tires till end of the race. It's a gap of about 12.5 seconds between him and Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel, 1.2 second gaps between him and Bottas. In the meantime, Stoffel Van Dorn is pulling the car over. Another disaster for McLaren there. It's a shocker for McLaren there as he finds a suitable place to park his car. Van Dorn goes to a halt there. No overtaking allowed. Drivers must slow down their speeds by 40%. So McLaren decides to retire Stoffel Van Dorn car. In the meantime, Mercedes is getting ready for the pit stop. Is this going to trigger the pit stops here? Very interesting to see. Oh, that was just a dummy. Just wanted to see the Ferrari reaction probably. So race is on once again. Green flag, track clear.
Linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head.
As Stoffel Van Dorn takes a long back to the pits, his career is definitely on a very, very thin line as he retires the car. He's out along with Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen of Red Bull. So he loses the gearbox, mechanical problem. So with his retirement, Grosjean comes into the points in 10th position. Vettel is coming closer and closer to Valtteri Bottas, as Vettel must find a way past Valtteri Bottas, or it will be too late for him. Valtteri Bottas is being chased by Sebastian Vettel. Tires are 38 laps old for Bottas, so he will not be able to hold on for very long there. But he's eating up the time from Sebastian Vettel for sure. Looks like Lewis Hamilton as of now is in total control of the race. With the positions they are on, Sebastian Vettel lead of Lewis Hamilton will be further cut off. Bottas is definitely struggling on these tires now, and Vettel would like to take an advantage and want to make a move as soon as possible on Valtteri Bottas there. As this time around, it may be a good chance for Sebastian Vettel as Bottas goes off the track. In the meantime, Hülkenberg made a move for 13th position as he gets past Sergio Perez. Valtteri Bottas this time around, lapping down Fernando Alonso. Vettel is very close to Valtteri Bottas in this round. It's not sufficient for Sebastian Vettel. Last 57 of 70. Hamilton leading still comfortably. Bottas putting a fight to Sebastian Vettel, who somehow is not able to find time to overtake Valtteri Bottas. He's just 8/10 behind Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel. In the meantime, elsewhere on the track, Kimi Räikkönen is holding on to 4th position. A lone battle for him. Ricardo is in 5th position, Pierre Gasly in 6th, Magnussen 7th, Alonso 8th, Sainz in 9th, and Grosjean completing the top 10 with Stoffel Van Dorn already out of the race. As Sebastian Vettel still doesn't find to get past Valtteri Bottas, and Kimi Räikkönen is now closing up to Sebastian Vettel. As Vettel is coming closer and closer to Bottas, half a second gap, but he cannot find way past Valtteri Bottas. Bottas' car is definitely going to give up now as his tires are graining hard. It's a matter of time when he has to make the pit stop, as he cannot stretch to end of the race, and he is going to hurt him dearly, as he will find he might be even coming out behind Daniel Ricciardo in this position if he pits, but surely he needs to be pitted in this position. Let's see what Bottas can do to hold on his position. Laps to go. Vettel still behind Valtteri Bottas. He needs to get away fast, as Kimi Räikkönen is also coming closer and closer to Sebastian Vettel. We'll be interested to see if any team model comes, as Räikkönen is definitely on faster tires. Ferraris have no answer for Mercedes Valtteri Bottas, who is nursing his car. Still not changing the position. Vettel still chasing Valtteri Bottas, and Kimi Raikkonen is behind him. He is now inching closer. Probably they should have the strategy where Kimi Raikkonen is allowed to pass Sebastian Vettel and he can overtake Valtteri Bottas, where then Sebastian Vettel can also overtake Valtteri Bottas. Two team games can come in place if Ferrari allows to have that happen. Let us see what happens. 8 laps go. As Hamilton is very well clear, but both the Ferraris need to get past the aiming Mercedes of Bottas. Raikkonen is getting closer and closer to Sebastian Vettel. Seven laps to go. Still, Ferraris, the red car, cannot find an answer to Bottas' greedy last few laps. He's holding on to his ailing Mercedes, with tires almost at the edge now of falling apart. So Vettel has been asked how fast he can go and he says, I'm done up with these tires. So probably he cannot overtake Mercedes, so he should give a chance to Kimi Raikkonen, who is on fresher set of tires, to have a go on Mercedes. And in that case they can swap the cars in last lap or lap before, if that's allowed. Let's see what happens. 5 laps to go. Still no change in positions. Top 10, Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel, Raikkonen, Ricardo, Gasly, Magnussen, Alonso, Sainz and Grosjean. This time, Vettel makes a late braking, tries to make a move, goes very close to Bottas, but he does it once again and he tries to find out and he does the move where Kimi and they have touched. Bottas and Vettel have touched and Kimi Raikkonen is going to take an advantage of that. What will happen to, and here looks like Sebastian Vettel will not give the position to Raikkonen, but they have surely touched, both of them. There is definitely a damage on Ferrari car also, but looks like Ferrari as a teammate, they have got the strategy right as Kimi Raikkonen will. And definitely the corner was Sebastian Vettel, so it's a mistake from Valtteri Bottas and he loses 2 positions. It will be interesting to see now what Ferrari will do. Will they allow Kimi Raikkonen to do something or attack Sebastian Vettel, but they have made a move, surely. What a move from Sebastian Vettel. So Ferrari team says tires are fine, absolutely fine. It was so close and they decide to pit Bottas now. Valtteri Bottas stays out on this lap. And he had some damage for sure. As Vettel was very committed to stay ahead and come down as Vettel touches Valtteri Bottas. There might be a full safety car also as the debris are on the track. As Vettel makes a move and in the second leg as he cuts around, his nose was definitely ahead, Vettel. And there he goes left and he takes a sharp cut. He was surely ahead. And there he touches Valtteri Bottas. But he somehow keeps the position with Kimi Raikkonen. However, Ferrari as a team, job done well. 2-3 for Ferrari. If nothing goes wrong from here. And definitely the front wing is tearing apart for Valtteri Bottas. And now he is under attack from Ricardo, who is just about 1.5 seconds behind him, Valtteri Bottas. Let's see if Ricardo is going to sneak a chance to get 4th position here. Let us see. As Ricardo is gaining on Fernando Alonso, who came out of the way, lapping down, and now he goes on for last 3 laps to make a move on Valtteri Bottas. So we are in the final 3 laps of this race. Ricardo is right on the tail of Valtteri Bottas, who is definitely having problems with his car surely for now. Tires are bad, his front wing is off, he has all sort of problems with his car. Both the Ferraris have gone ahead with Vettel in 2nd position and now Ricardo very close. Will he make the move in this lap? He's in turn number 12. Ricardo does the late braking, he makes a move, he's going side by side. But Bottas is not giving any chance whatsoever and he manages to stay ahead, Valtteri Bottas. But it is a matter of time as Valtteri Bottas has 2 more laps to fight upon and Ricardo is not going to give him chance, and this time he goes on out side by side for Ricardo. He's ahead. However, and this time again they touch each other, Valtteri Bottas. That is something horrible there. This time around, Valtteri Bottas touches Ricardo, but no position or any harm to Ricardo, but definitely the same thing happens and now this incident is being reported to stewards and it is under investigation from Bottas. Bottas does the same thing what he did with Sebastian Vettel here. Sebastian Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo was keeping it very clean as he gave enough space for Valtteri Bottas. But same mistake Valtteri Bottas does. He taps on the Daniel Ricciardo inside and that's an accident. Surely this is going to get a penalty for Valtteri Bottas as this is intentional. He does the same thing what he did with Valtteri Bottas, he did with Sebastian Vettel. This is not a great thing at all. Surely he's going to get a penalty for this. It's going back to worse for Valtteri Bottas. Surely this cannot be a racing incident. It will be investigated after the race. However, Daniel Ricciardo is again charging up. There is one more lap to go. Let's see whether, and in the meantime, Fernando Alonso, he unlapping his car. Ricardo is still running and he may get there soon very quickly as Fernando Alonso has unlapped his car from Valtteri Bottas as he overtaken Valtteri Bottas. There is one more lap to go. Daniel Ricciardo is charging up once again. As Daniel Ricciardo wants to have a moral victory on Valtteri Bottas and he wants to overtake once again. He has one more lap to do that. Will Valtteri Bottas leave the position this time around? He is very close. Daniel Ricciardo. We are in the last lap. Let us see whether Daniel Ricciardo can overtake Valtteri Bottas here. And there, Daniel Ricciardo, he tries to go around. He is very close and Bottas is adamant on giving position to Daniel Ricciardo anyway. They are very close, Daniel Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas. As the last lap starts for Daniel Ricciardo and his DRS is fully open, Daniel Ricciardo. And he goes side by side once again. Daniel Ricciardo late braking, Valtteri Bottas is away and he makes a move. He makes it. Daniel Ricciardo, well done boy. He did this move and he's ahead of Valtteri Bottas. All cheers from the fans in the grandstand. Daniel Ricciardo clinches the position from Valtteri Bottas. Ailing Mercedes cannot do much about it. In the meantime, Lewis Hamilton coming in the stadium section, already raising his hand for the victory. He gets the victory. Lewis Hamilton is the winner in Hungarian Grand Prix. Comes home second is Ferraris of Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen. Definitely good one as they could probably be overtaking Mercedes in the Constructor Championship. Ricardo, when he started way down in the field and he brings his car fourth, is a great result for Red Bull here. Bottas will manage only fifth position. However, he will be investigated after the race and there could be further down for him as Gasly gets 6th, Magnussen 7th, Alonso 8th. Well done Alonso, 9 times and Grosjean completes the point scoring position. So what a race we had today. We gone from pole to finish and it was a great race. After the race gets over, Lewis Hamilton wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Following him on the podium will be Vettel and Räikkönen of Ferrari. Ricardo manages to get fourth and in the end it was something dirty game from Valtteri Bottas where he first touched Vettel, very aggressive, which was not to be, and he does the same thing again with Ricardo, which the case will be investigated after the race. Pierre Gasly, welcome 6th for him after a long time. Magnussen finishes 7th for Haas. Alonso, again back in the points in 8th position. Strong 8th position for Alonso. Sainz finishes 9th and Grosjean in 10th for the final scoring position. With this, we look forward for a much awaited summer break and go for this summer break with our heads high and get charged up after the summer break for next round of Formula 1 2018 session. With this, I will close this live commentary session. Hope you like it. Do remember to like and subscribe my channel and leave the comments below. Take